In this new, proud, progressive, brave new world, everyone is smashing barricades. There are a lot of world firsts. For example, the Army's first ever trans officer has also been the Army's first ever trans officer indicted for spying for Russia. As a Russian spy. The US Army's first transgender officer and his wife, a Maryland doctor, were indicted on conspiracy charges Wednesday for allegedly attempting to transfer confidential military medical information to Russia. The 8-count indictment was unsealed on Thursday upon the arrest of the defendants, Major Jamie Lee Henry and anesthesiologist Anna Gabrielin. According to a Department of Justice press release, the Army granted Henry's request to officially change his name in accordance with his gender preference in 2015, prior to Henry's case identifying as a sex different than the one on one's birth certificate made a soldier unfit for military service, warranting discharge. Gabrielin worked at the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, referred to as Medical Institution 1 in the indictment. Located in Baltimore, MD Henry, who is also a doctor, worked as a staff internist stationed at Fort Bragg, where the headquarters of the United States Army Special Operations Command and the Womack Army Medical Center are based. The pair are accused of stealing patient health files from Johns Hopkins and Fort Bragg and giving them to an individual they believed to be working for the Russian government. They believed to be working for the Russian government, which leads me to believe that maybe he wasn't. Maybe the person wasn't working for the Russian government, maybe someone else, or it was a honeypot. They aimed to show that they could access classified information and readily provide it to Moscow to demonstrate their allegiance, according to the indictment. Now, I'm just going to throw a wee thing out there. Trans people tend to be left-wing. Type of people to probably idealise Russia and its glorious wrangle with communism. So I'm just saying that might have had something to do with it. Even though Russia's not communist anymore. Good for them. However, the individual to whom... I knew it, right, okay. However, the individual to whom they hoped to deliver the information was an undercover FBI agent. How about that? How about that? There you go. At a covert August 17th meeting, Gabrielin told the agent that she was devoted to helping Russia's cause, even if it cost her her job or landed her in prison. Strange. What cause in particular? The destruction of America? Why do so many people in America want to destroy America? I wonder what societal shift has caused that. I wonder what things are driving this societal shift. I guess we will never know. She arranged a subsequent meeting with Henry and the agent, still believing him to be affiliated with the Kremlin. That evening, in the agent's hotel room, Henry expressed that he was committed to supporting Russia and had considered enlisting in the Russian army after the invasion of Ukraine. God damn, these people they're simping hard for Russia. However, he told the agent he was disqualified because he didn't have any combat experience. The way I'm viewing what is going on in Ukraine now is that the United States is using Ukrainians as a proxy for their own hatred towards Russia. Still got this cold, Henry reportedly told the agent. Henry and Gabrielin then allegedly volunteered to retrieve private medical records from the United States Army and Johns Hopkins in order to assist the Russian government. If convicted, the two could face up to 5 years in federal prison for the conspiracy charge and a maximum of 10 years in federal prison for each count of publishing secret military records. Now, as for actual espionage and like trying to sell secrets to the Russians, 5 or 10 years, they're not going to get that. They are not going to fucking get that. And they also won't go. They're not going to go to county. They're not going to go to a federal prison. They are going to go to ADX Florence. ADX Florence actually has a couple of guys in it that are serving like permanent life, like full life, not life, 60, 70 years, like life. There wasn't even a number put on it. Life. Like that, these guys are serving massive sentences, and one of them, I believe, actually sold the plans for the stealth bomber to the Russians. I believe, don't quote me on that. Basically, if I ever run dry on Mad Lads, I could just open up who's in ADX Florence and go through the entire list, because ADX Florence is full of people that you all know. Ted Kaczynski's in there. The Boston Bombers are in there. The guy that did the 1993 World Trade Center bombing is in there. There's so many people in there. It's all people that you know. El Chapo is fucking in there. So yeah, There's a, and anyone that commits espionage, it's ADX Florence. So 5-10 years, nah, they're going to get absolutely butt fucked. But it makes you wonder. You know, there's a lot of people right now. There's a lot of hatred for America happening in America, being spread throughout the universities and other institutions. It's almost like it was quite a lengthy stroll through these institutions. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, it almost seems that there could be external forces that have compromised even the three-letter agencies. It's just curious. I just find it weird because think about communist movements or anything, right? Happening during the 60s, 70s, 80s. The CIA would have every single one of them black bagged and sent off to a camp. Like, all of them. They'd be rounded up. Because during the 70s and 80s they were, right? And it would always have the FBI and the CIA would be involved in all of it. But now, it almost seems encouraged. Now, even the CIA are tweeting out about pronouns and all this other stuff. It's curious. I find it strange. I think there's a certain place somewhere in the world with an awful lot of money and oil that has something to do with it. But nah. We'll save that chat for another time.